This is going to be my first vlog of the year, so I can only imagine how many different ways this is going to fail. But let's see what we can do. Come along. Hey everyone, it's time for another ride. This time we're taking a group ride, the Harley Owners Group local chapter, down to the South Shore chapter, and I guess we're gonna have a barbecue, so sounds good. Okay, so first order of business is to go and get some gas, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get gas when we get down to the first meeting spot. Try not to rear end everybody going into Tim Hortons. Preview of my hood here. Not much going on. It's Sunday morning, 9:25ish. I got about a 20-minute ride to the first meeting point. I'm not sure how many people are going to be coming out today. It was a really beautiful day yesterday, and there was a big rally. So I'm not really sure. I don't know how many people are coming out both days on the weekend, but I guess we'll find out. Well, that one says out of regular gas, but that's okay because I'm putting the 91 in, so we're good. So the first thing you gotta do whenever you're riding this town is find yourself the first highway to get out of it to get to your meeting place. So today we're going to be heading down the South Shore, which I'm sure I've shown on previous vlogs before, but it's obviously very beautiful down there. Hopefully not full of fog. I'm looking at a lot of fog out there in the trees, but whatever, still get some nice twisty roads even if we do have a lot of fog. Should still be fun. Good group of folks to ride with, some really nice bikes, I have to say. Gonna take a little getting used to maneuver with this camera hanging off my right shoulder. I'm still not totally happy with the placement of the GoPro. I kind of want to put it, you know, like right up here in my helmet, like some of the other vloggers have, but that unfortunately is where my vent button is, so I'm not entirely sure how to make that work, and I also don't want to obscure the view with the windscreen there. Alright, I will check back in when we get a little bit closer, or when we're on the highway. Well, this should be interesting if all we're going to get is fog today. So I guess we'll see. I also have I've put on chaps for the first time, which I think should keep me a little bit drier in the fog, but also I have to say are keeping me fairly warm on the highway right now, so that's good. So we got about a 15-minute drive down to the meet-up spot, not that far. about how far things away are in minutes, not in actual distance, miles or kilometers. So yeah, we got about a 15-minute drive down to kind of this next community, which is just, I don't know, I'm going to say south of Halifax. Down the South Shore anyway. Oh well, in a surprising turn of events, my map has taken me off the main highway. The good news there is this is actually a really nice little stretch of road that's got some nice twisties on it, so maybe we'll see what that looks like and see if you can see it in any of the fog. Well, I hope I got the right spot. Well, I thought this is what they said, so I guess we'll see who shows up. Well, that was the first hitch of the day. As if just getting out of the house with a functioning GoPro and all of my proper gear wasn't enough of a challenge, I went to the wrong Tim Hortons, I believe. Luckily, there's so many around here that I just had to find kind of the next one that I suspect everybody's at, which is just up here. So only a 3 or 4 minute drive. Luckily. I didn't want to have to try to go find everybody down the South Shore Road, which probably would have been a bust, and this day would never happen. So let's hope that when I make a left turn, not at this light but the next lights, that there's a bunch of people there on motorcycles. Let's hope. And I got an advanced screen, so hopefully everybody pays attention to that. This looks promising. Oh, this looks very promising. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is everybody. Look at all the Harleys. Alright, gang's all here. And let's get that down. How's it going? You guys aren't at that. You're not at that Tim Hortons, which is where I went first, and I was like, "There's nobody here." Like, I bet they're at the other one.
Oh, you went down.
So we got 3, 6, 8 of us. That's pretty good. Try to get my camera right. These group rides are fun. Kind of operate as one vehicle when you go through a stop sign. And hopefully we can get everybody through before that car approaches. Alright, and this is the start of our, I guess, start of the official ride down the number 3 highway. I think we're going about I don't know how many kilometers we're heading, 125, something like that. Not actually all that far down, but a good ride. And this road should be fairly slow, I would think. It's kind of nice. Good to have a good little Sunday turn through the twisties. As I said, some very nice bikes in this crew. Might just be the age of the riders, they got more money for it. Or maybe I made poor life choices. But I do love my bike, and I think it'll be good for a few more years. Do a few more things to it. Hoping to get some new slip-ons. Just gotta find the right ones. Sometimes when your bike's a little bit older, you gotta take what's available to you for slip-ons. But there's a few options out there. The only issue I find down this road is there's a couple of really sharp corners that cars tend to drift over the line when they take them, so you have to be very aware of that and adjust your own speed and adjust your own expectations. First of those turns, the cars tend to drift over the line, and of course it's a blind turn for motorcycles, so you got to be really careful. You may have noticed the signal from the rider up there, hanging the foot off the side to show that there's an obstruction or a danger or something on the road. Another one of those turns. Water looks a little cold today. Some nice little beaches around here. think we've already seen a couple, but one of the most popular beaches around is up this way, called Queensland Beach. Might get a little view of the side of it when we drive past. It kind of heads out this way from the road. Here, Queensland Beach. I don't know, maybe you can get a little view of it, maybe not. Just a little one. I think they lost quite a bit of it in a couple of storms, and perhaps the tide is way in today because it doesn't look quite as deep as it usually does. So this road heads kind of inland and back to the shore all throughout the span of the South Shore of Nova Scotia. So there'll be some spots where you're deep in the trees and some spots where it's just you and the ocean. Every time I drive this road, I think about the fact that I've done most of it, or at least for the first 100 and some odd kilometers, I've done most of it on foot. As there's a running relay that goes down here every September called the Rum Runners Relay, and it's I don't know how many teams they get in there, 70 teams or something like that, and it's a 10 leg running race. So you have 10 runners, and every leg starts at a different time, so you're able to kind of follow your runners the entire way through. When I think about some of these hills that I ride on the motorcycle, and think about having run up them or run down them in past years when I had more energy and was a little bit fitter than I am today. I never did get them all. There was a very short leg around Hubbard's that I didn't get to run. It's only a 5 kilometer leg, but and then there was another one, just I don't know, probably like 8 or 9 kilometers. But yeah, the rest of it I've run in the past, so that's fun. I can say that I've run almost all the way down to Lunenburg over the course of several years. We're approaching Wake Up Hill. I don't know if I've ever talked about that in a previous vlog before, but it's a very sharp turn, which has now become a traffic circle, or a roundabout. But yeah, it used to be called, well, I don't know if it's still called Wake Up Hill. Yeah, it is still. So Wake Up Hill Road is off on the right, and this used to come kind of straight up and then have what's almost a 90-degree turn at the apex of the hill. So you definitely have to wake up when you hit it. So the battery ran out just as we were getting to Mahone Bay, so we didn't get any good footage there, unfortunately, but we are stopped for just a little pee break just outside Mahone Bay, and then we're gonna head on down to Lunenburg and Liverpool. Alright, we are gonna head out now from this little rest stop. I guess we've probably been here about 20 minutes or so, not really sure why. But yeah, we're gonna head down and hit the big highway for a little bit, and then down to just past Bridgewater and down to Liverpool. Alright, we were on the highway for just a few minutes, 5 minutes or so, and jumped off the highway. We're just on the other side of Bridgewater now. Thought I knew where we were going, but I don't think I was quite right. Anyway, it's all good. Follow the pack. Well, we have arrived at our destination in Liverpool, and I'm not really sure what to expect here, but we're gonna meet some new folks. It's always fun. The last bit of that journey would have been a little bit more fun had my Senna not dropped off my helmet and been laying on my shoulder. But at least I knew if I could still hear my music, it was still with me. But here's a shot of the bikes. And we're back. We're gonna head somewhere for some war reenactment. I guess I'll probably have some more information at some point on what this is, but it seemed too good to miss, so off we go.
That was the cannon.
Get the rum barrel! Come on up a volley! Take cover! Steal the powder! Steal the rum! Steal both! Steal their women! Steal their men! Hell, we'll take everything. Cover me! You're preparing to fire! I'll stand here next to this gas!
That should be good. Oh, no, you're getting video.
You missed! Move up! Advance, Muller reach! Reloading mates! Find their powder! Find the rum! I got the food! Need the food! That's right! Run, you buggers! Charlie all! Out! We lost one!
I know he doesn't get it.
I'm trying to be nice to the people. All I gotta do is put water on our... What?
Yeah, because Megan was singing at 12.
And this is why we got
yeah, we couldn't get down to that.
The King's Army
I would say to this young man here, you're infantry and you're artillery. He's a portly man. He's very portly. Now the big gun,
We did it all the time.
she
If we
is
could
a heavy
convince
gun.
them
She's
to
a
go
British
under the
3-pounder.
flag,
She's verified
they could
for
still
Parks
do their
Canada. She
pirating,
fires for real.
but only
She has
against
her
our
trophies.
enemies. They'd have to
She
use our
is
ships
good.
alone, but they
Now,
could pirate the other
after
guys.
Okay, so update. We left where we were at the reenactment, which is pretty cool. Not sure I got it all on video, but I might have got some on video. So it's just 3 riders here, and they put me in charge. So I'm looking at the map, trying to find our way back home. It's not actually all that hard, but trying to stay off the big highways because it's more fun this way. And I think we're not too far from Mahone Bay. And of course, when we came through Mahone Bay the first time, my GoPro battery had died. So had I been on my own, I would have stopped and changed the battery, but when you're in a group ride, you kind of stick with the group. So now hopefully we got a good battery. We got Mahone Bay coming up here, and we should be good. My speed is 57. Oh, oops. We'll edit that part out. And it is hot out. Oh. Okay. And I think we'll stop for gas here. Yeah, we'll stop for gas here. It's a good spot. Well, sayonara Mahone Bay. Won't get to see all the churches, but we'll save that for another one. If you were to park right here, I think you can look back and see all the churches. It's a nice view. Trust me. One of the things that we got to talking about at lunchtime when we were having a barbecue there was how in our region there really aren't a lot of Harley dealerships to take care of the Harley Owners Group, the Hog chapters. So the one up in Halifax that is our sponsor also is the sponsor for the one down on the South Shore. So the South Shore chapter had been, I guess it had been in existence for quite a while, and then was not a chapter for a few years, and is once again re-established. So I mean, I guess the real question is, what's going to happen with all the Hog chapters when and if more consolidation happens and there's fewer and fewer dealerships, especially where we are. It's going to be really kind of tough on some of those local chapters. I haven't, you know, been across Canada to talk to too many other folks who might be in hog chapters. But I guess I'm curious as to, you know, what will become of hog out this way, where we just don't have the population to sustain more than one Harley dealership for, you know, the 500,000 people that are in Halifax. I don't know what that's like in other parts, whether you know, you've just got way more Harley dealerships than you ever would have chapters, or what. I guess it's all about the trend of you know, what happens with aging populations and you know, popularity of motorcycles and popularity of Harley Davidson. Anyway, just some things to think about, I guess. The sun is still out, but the fog is making it a lot chillier. We're back up closer to Halifax on the shore again, which is lovely. Look at the color of that water. This is some of my favorite spots right here. Anyway, my two followers, I think, are gonna take off a little ways up the road here and leave me to head back home myself. So might be a good time to sign off and say thanks for watching, thanks for spending your time here with me, and don't forget to comment, like, and share, and we'll see you next time. Take care, drive safe.